Check out that gold. That's going to be such an important commodity, even more so than before, because we're approaching the end of the game, and we've got a lot of improvements to get set up for a lot of places. And if you recall, we left last game, or last video, with 4,000 gold. Well, I just spent it all. So yeah, that's what it's going to be like from now on. All the gold spent, every single... Oh, you Babylonian jerks, get out of my property. That is not cool. Get off my property, man. Get off my lawn. Barbarians, well, you can do what you want. You're barbarians. You don't listen. And that's why you get killed. Because you won't leave my border guards alone. Not at all. What a bunch of jackass McMustaches. For serious. Jackass McMustache. Chicken bits lol. Oh, eh. So, as I said, we're going to be skipping a lot of improvement stuff. But I'll still show you the stuff as we get it, like mobile warfare. Hooray! And we can improve other stuff. Like we can make howitzers if we do robotics. That's pretty awesome. And a manufacturing plant, another 50% production. But that usually creates a pollution problem, and it's not really necessary. So we're going to get space flight. May as well try to get our end game on and get that space flight going. Woohoo! Space flight is amazing. Totally, totally amazing. Alright, so... what are we on the do here? The do? Oh, right, because there's a little bit of black in the middle of that lake. Huh. I guess I've never bothered to actually uncover that. Too much to be done with my cretacular set of cities over there. I gotta tell you, things are coming along pretty sweetly here. Oh, so sweetly. Makes me want to dance like a hippie. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Actually, not at all. Screw the hippies. Man, there's a lot of swamp getting irrigated over there. Oh, good. They actually talk to me so I can tell them to get the hell out of my place. Yeah, withdraw your troops. They count settlers and engineers as troops, because they could technically take a city. So keep that in mind. Even though they have no attack power whatsoever, they can still take a city somehow. Not sure how that works. Up to under 26 million. Woohoo! Just keeps moving along here. Poor old Kira L doesn't have a connection to anybody else, but will soon. It is warranted. It's needed. It's overdue. It's underpaid. It's underwaves. It's... what am I talking about? I kind of lost my train of thought. I never lose my train of thought. That just doesn't happen. The trains always arrive on time. I swears. I do's. I do swear so much. Okay, maybe not. But still. Peter L90. Getting some supermarket on along with everybody else. Yeah, that's not going to make a huge deal in the long run of things, but if you get it supermarket thing early and really get it set up, you can set up massive cities because you can have so much food. It just requires you to kind of curtail your production by cutting down trees and things so you can plant farms. Not that I just don't have the energy or effort to do that. It's not that important. But you can create some crazy cities, especially if you transform all the land. And look at that, Apollo space program. Woohoo! Yeah! But you can transform all the land into like the good green fields. That'll make them really, 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 really productive, which is nice. And there's your little history lesson for the day. Plastics is important because it allows you to make SS components. There's 3 parts to a spaceship. There's the SS modules, the SS components, and the SS structural. And you'll see that as soon as we're done with the Apollo space program, the space race is going to start. However, everyone's so far behind me in tech, I don't think there'll actually be a race. It'll just be up to me to get it built as fast as I want to and then launch it at my leisure. Gunpowder, alright Babylonians. Props. Like, they've really put together a nice effort in this game since they've appeared. Unlike those Japanese who just rolled over and died. I mean, they were the whole time like, oh, save us, here's the money, save us. And I was like, you guys are fine. And then the question was asked, what if I wasn't so lazy? And the answer was, who de frick knows? Not me. That's for sure. That is for certain. Squirtin' for certain. Ew, that's gross. That's gross. I still don't get how there's like plains down there of like snow and stuff. It's not that far south. Goodness gracious. I should probably build up there in that little corner of that island, or get onto that island itself right there. Oh well. No, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Except Mr. Perfect. He was the perfect cokehead. That's a burn. That is a burn on Mr. Perfect. But he could shoot basketballs and do all kinds of stuff. All kinds of Minnesota sports people found out about that. Even Kevin McHale went to check him out. But he wanted to do wrestling because that's harder on the body and mind. It doesn't make as much money, clearly. So I don't know why he would do that. Alright, plastics. Woohoo! Superconductor, which allows to make the module. And there's actually still one more improvement we'd want. Pollution? How dare you have pollution? That is against the rules. Totally. But anyway, there's one more improvement after that that allows your spaceship to have improved thrust. It gets it to the to Alpha Centauri quicker. So we'll be doing that improvement as well. And then we're going to be all set to go. Now what you haven't seen is off screen what I've done is I've set a whole bunch of cities into doing the Apollo space program. You may be saying, Brian, why would you do that? Only one of them gets to build it, and you're going to waste all those shields again. Don't you remember the Hoover Dam? Well, see, therein lies the interesting point about it, you know? The SS modules, components, and structurals, they are decently big things to build, production-wise. And what happens is they count as wonders technically. So you can change over from the the Apollo space program, and it doesn't cost you half your shields to do so. So you can basically have a whole, like, you're pre-building is what you're doing. You're pre-building for that one specific thing, and you can get the hardest ones to build, which are the modules. You can have them almost all done in like 1 or 2 turns, where normally you couldn't. It's a fantastic way to jumpstart your space program. It is really important to do that. Well, not really. It depends how close the race is, because anybody can build a spaceship once the Apollo space program wonder is built. You know, provided they have the right advancements. You can't build yourself a ship out of like wood or something. That's just not going to happen. You know, that's just silliness. Superconductor, sweet deal. All right, labor union, combined arms, robotics. Oh, robotics, because we can go after stealth and make stealth bombers and stealth fighters. Oh yeah, robotics it is. Even though I'm not planning on any war, that is totally what I'm going to do. As you can see, the turns are going much faster here when I cut that crap out. We've already done like, I think, 8 turns this video, and there's still a few more to go. Whereas before we were getting like, I think, 3 or 4 in, which is totally terrible. And you know, you don't want to be terrible, do you? No, if you're terrible, then you'd be the Greeks, and no one wants to be Greeks in this game. In real life, sure, you can be a Greek if you want. That's totally cool. That's your dealio, you know? But in this game, being Greek just means you are a sad waste of skin. Sad but true. Sad but true. Alright, so barbarians coming. So let's march my engineer right towards them. That makes total sense. Hopefully, I think I'm planning on that city being enough of a distraction, they won't do anything. That bomber's just hanging out. He's just waiting for a chance to go somewhere. These freaking ironclads are all over the place. I like how they still have like sail ships out there. Like seriously, just disband those and get new ones, guys. Just do it. Do it for the Gipper. Or do it so your citizens aren't laughing at your lack of technology and how terrible it all is. Seriously, guys. Like, have a little self-respect. Just a little. You guys wish you had as much awesomeness as me. There it is, fusion powering. Improve the thrust of your ship by 25%. So instead of taking like, I think, well, it depends on your ship. I'll explain the ships more once we start building the parts. Because you can launch with a minimal ship that'll get there very fast, but it's more likely to break and bust and destroy and like kill everybody on board. Or you can just go for like what I do, which is like the totally pimped out ship with the max amount of people, which takes longer to get there, just due to weight restrictions, you know. That's the way things go, I guess, when you're in space, but they say you're weightless. Huh. Shows what they know. Stupid jerks. Actually, no, you do have to push the stuff there. But anyway, electricity. Way to go, Persians. You're starting to get up there. Starting to get up there, guys. But they learned their lesson. They're not going to do anything too crazy. They learned not to mess with me. That's totally how it is with them. They learned. The Greeks, they just don't have any base to come after me. And the Babylonian changed tax rate. I'm actually fine. It's just that I've been spending myself into such a hole every turn. They think that I'm running out of money. Oh, terrible game programming. When will you learn? When will you learn?